Belmont and Vanderbilt are working together on this. We're so we're stoked to get out and get a little wet. What do you guys say?
Yeah.
So welcome to the walk here in Nashville. We're walking across the country, and we are so excited to be back in the first place we ever took a 1 mile barefoot walk, right here in Nashville, Tennessee. What you guys are joining us for today is something that is really simple, but that's why it's powerful. This walk today is about individuals, you guys and us, using what we've got to face extreme poverty in Africa. And ultimately, it's not just about reaching across to Africa, it's about each of us realizing that the challenges that we're faced with in today's world is going to come down to how individuals choose to use their power to make a difference.
That's right.
We obviously are in a band, we get to travel, we get to be in a lot of places, and that gives us an opportunity to visit with people around the country and say, come on, let's do this walk. But ultimately, each of us has the ability to influence people around us. Each of us has the ability to show through our own actions how we're going to use what we've got to make a difference. And as a generation of people, we have a lot of influence. How many people have cameras here? I mean, look at the cameras at this. Who spends time on Facebook here? Think about the opportunity to reach people with your voice. And what we're doing today, and we're so excited that we have Belmont and Vanderbilt working together, as well as Tom's Shoes, as well as United for Change, and coming together to say, you know what, we're going to gather and we're going to use, ourselves. We're not going to tell people, about all the awesome things we're trying to do. We're going to show up, and we're going to be here. This walk that we're going to do for 1 mile is an opportunity for us to connect with the most basic needs and with those that are struggling to get clean water, to get access to shoes, and to get access to medicine, to a young mother that has HIV that is wondering whether she can stop the cycle of that disease and not transmit to an unborn child that she is pregnant with. And you guys have the opportunity through your walk today to really, truly change the course of one person's life. Through this walk today, you guys can register that you're taking it, and you can put your name down and you can say what you want your walk to go towards. And we, with the Take the Walk campaign, are going to give $1 on your behalf as a thank you, because we think it's most important that you guys showed up. But you've got to put your name down, you've got to register, and you've got to take your shoes off and walk this mile with us. Are you guys ready to do it? When you walk today, we're excited also that a local group that started here with our friends in Jars of Clay, Bloodwater Mission is one of the groups that we're supporting through this walk. It's a great group. So when you're walking today, there's 5 causes that you can put your name down for. You can say, if you're going to walk for clean water, you check off that you're going to walk for clean water. If you want to walk for Tom's Shoes, if you want to walk to provide those HIV meds for a young mother, if you want to walk to provide to build a new school, or if you want to walk to provide access to a doctor that's going to save somebody's life through a technology that is making a difference on the ground in Africa, you guys are going to choose how you use your walk today. And so you've got to put down your name, you've got to register that you did it, and we hope that you guys will not be afraid of the rain, and you'll be excited to get a little bit wet with us for 1 mile and take those shoes off. Who's going to take the shoes off and walk barefoot today?
Why the heck not?
We wouldn't ask you to do anything we wouldn't do. We are currently barefoot and ready to get wet. So let's do this thing. What do you say? All right, everybody who's ready to take the walk, I want you to yell on 3, let's walk. What do you say? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Let's walk!
Okay, we're going to turn around, we're going to get to the back of this group here, and we're going to get this walk going.
We all need the reminder to stir that pot up and say, this is real, this is still happening. But Nashville makes a difference to me today. It's a big deal, because this is the first place where we walked. The first city that we
Woo! Yeah!
When we walked out there to do the first walk, standing outside the Lava Saloon, where we will be tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
When we first walked out to do that, we honestly looked at each other, the 3 of us, and said, well, we just may be 3 guys walking down the street alone. And we heard there were a few people that were waiting for the show. We knew there were some fans that had been, as we've been so lucky to see, waited outside for hours to see the show. But we didn't know whether we could walk outside and say, hey, music fans, want to go walk to fight poverty in Africa? Let's go. We didn't know whether that would matter to people, because it's distant and it say you're into music, or when you say, I want to go see a concert, or I want to have a good time with my friends, you don't necessarily sign up for being a part of a movement of activism. But you guys are with us today, and it's really inspiring. It makes a big difference. And Sherwood, Steel Train, you guys are playing with us tonight. They're here today as well. And we really appreciate it. It goes back to the point that it's hard to show up. It just is. You know, it's hard to do stuff. It's easier to talk about it. It's hard to actually be there. And since the first walk in Nashville, Tennessee on a hot day, we've walked in the rain, we've walked in the snow, we've blistered our feet, we've seen people take leadership and help put on walks in London, put on walks in Sydney, Australia, organize walks in South Africa, miles away from places where we're giving drugs to young women that need access to medicine. We've heard stories of a young girl getting her whole school together at 12 years old and going to her principal and saying, we can walk to give shoes to kids just like me. We've heard people that took their day job, took their attorneys at their law firm and said, let's take our lunch break and let's walk.
Nice.
Let's take our shoes off. We've been inspired by you. I mean, we're walking because you guys have walked with us. And we need that encouragement. We need that motivation. We need that push. We need that reminder. And what's happened because of those walks is real. And that's the most important thing about this. This is not a demonstration so that the people that are watching us right now, see all of them, please? This is for you guys. This is for me. This is for all of us that are here today. You guys, through these walks, we've been able to build a real school, to raise the money to build a school in Kenya that's gonna get over 100 kids access to education per year, and another one is on the way. All right? We're drilling a clean water well through Blood Water Mission that was started by our friends at Jars of Clay. Dan Hazeltine and the guys at Jars of Clay that started that group. We're helping raise money for their group that's drilling clean water well. And another one on the way. Hundreds of young women that have access to HIV medication that's going to change the cycle of poverty in their communities because it's going to allow those young women to not give their kids a deadly disease. These are the things that are being done because you walk in the rain. These are real things. This is not fluffy. This is happening. And as a generation of people, and that's a big statement to talk about our generation as if I know, but I think that we are the group of people that are going to actually ask for accountability and get something done. We're going to look at a cause like extreme poverty, and we're going to see our friends, our peers that are struggling to eat, struggling to provide a future for their family, struggling to get a pair of shoes, struggling to get clean water, and we're going to say, you know what? I have an hour to take a walk. I have $1 to give a child access to clean water for a year. I have an idea that is great, that's going to allow me to turn my business into a way to give. I'm going to be the next Tom Shoes that says, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to make shoes, and I'm going to give a pair of shoes to a child that needs it every time I sell one. Our ideas and our passion, those are the tools that we have to change the world. And this is not about how one day when we succeed and we get enough money and we get enough success that we can do something. This is about doing something while it's hard, showing up. This is about standing in the rain. This is about having blisters on your feet. And not asking anybody else to give you credit for it. Because you know that you did something today that counted. And that's what you guys are doing today. It's real. Don't forget it. You did it. You stood up in the rain. You guys inspired us to walk another mile. So thank you so much for being a part of this today.
Woo!
We talk about using what we've got. Today you guys are using your feet. And we also have music.
That's right.
So finish this walk with us. We're going to play a song for you as a thank you.
Woo! Thanks.
I
drop my shoes.
If you really want to stick with us, you'll come see us at the Bravo Saloon tonight.
That's right.